Hello everyone! I'm so glad that you could join me today. I'm Granny Ricky and we have a brand new story for you. It's called The Birthday Invitation. It's written by Lucy Rowland and Laura Hughes. Have you had a birthday invitation? An invitation to go to someone's party? Or maybe you've sent out invitations for your party. It's very exciting, isn't it? Let's find out what happens in this story. The birthday invitation. Oh, look there. Party hats and balloons and bunting. Ella woke one morning feeling ever so excited. Tomorrow was her party. All her friends would be invited. She wrote her invitations. Then she set off eagerly to ask her friends to join her for a special birthday tea. There she is, writing out the invitations, and then off she went to hand out the invitations to all her friends. But as she hurried through the wood, one note fell to the ground. It lay among some toadstools, simply waiting to be found. There it is. So she dropped one of the notes, fell out of her bag, and it went flying and floating, and there it is, lying amongst the toadstools, waiting to be found. Quite soon, a wizard came along, collecting herbs and flowers, and cried, "Oh, look! Some toadstools! Why, they're full of magic powers." "What's this? An invitation? Ah, to Ella's birthday tea." He popped it in a bottle, laughing. "Lucky, lucky me!" So there he is. He found the invitation in amongst the toadstools, and he's popped that invitation inside a bottle. Much later, near the river, as the wizard cast a spell, he waved his arms above his head, and out the bottle fell. So he was waving his hands and his arms above his head to cast a spell, and the bottle fell out of his cloak. It splashed into the water and then floated out to sea, where pirates caught it in their net while fishing for their tea. "A message in a bottle?" called the captain to his crew. But then his parrot snatched the note, and whoosh! Away she flew. Look at that beautiful, colourful parrot. Grabbed the invitation and flew away with it. And the invitation says, "Invitation. Please come to my birthday party. Love, Ella." Where on earth do you think that parrot is going to take this invitation to? She landed at the castle, where a royal servant caught her and gave the invitation to the king's excited daughter. "How wonderful!" the princess cried. But as she clapped her hands, the invitation blew away toward enchanted lands. So it flew out of her hands and it went floating through the sky to enchanted lands. A knight spotted the letter and he read it to his horse. "Please come along to Ella's tea." "Why, yes," he grinned. "Of course." He hurried on his hunting, and he shot an arrow high. But now the invitation was careering through the sky. You! So many people are getting to read that invitation, but not many of them are hanging on to it. There it goes, flying through the sky. Whee! A pilot caught the lesson as it soared up past her plane. She read the invitation. Then the note flew off again. She watched it zooming down, down, down. So high in the sky, this pilot caught the invitation and read it, but then it flew away and it went down, down, down. Faster than a rocket, and Ella didn't see it when it landed in her pocket. At last she reached her friend's house with the final invitation. She asked him, "Can you join me for my birthday celebration?" They were both excited and they giggled with delight. They talked about the party games they'd play tomorrow night. Oh, wow! So that invitation fell out of the aeroplane and went flying down, floating down through the sky, and it landed back in Ella's pocket, just in time for her to give it to her friend. And they are so excited about the party tomorrow. The next day, Ella rushed around. "There's so much to get ready. I can't wait for my party," Ella whispered to her teddy. There's her teddy sitting, waiting. She's putting up all the decorations. She hung up decorations, streamers, flags, and huge balloons. Then waited at the table. All her friends would be here soon. Do you see her sitting at the table there? And the teddy as well. Look at all those party treats on that table. Wow, they're going to have a feast. But when she heard the knock, 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 it sounded far too loud. And opening the door, she saw a very lively crowd. They shouted, "Happy birthday! Look, we've brought you round a cake." But Ella, though delighted, said, "I think there's some mistake." Look at her, there she is. She's very surprised to see all these people at her door. They've come to the party. And who do you think they are? Of course, it's all her friends in the front here. And in the back, it's all those people that got to read the invitation. The pilot and the princess, the pirate, and that man on the horse. And of course the wizard. She's puzzled about that. So, after lots of giggling, they started from the start, and each explained to Ella how they'd played their special part. The wizard found it first. The parrot took it from the pirate. There, the wizard found it, and it went flying to the pirate, and then the parrot took it, the princess next, and then the knight. And don't forget the pilot. There's the knight and there's the pilot. Ella sighed. "I can't believe I dropped an invitation." And then she started laughing too. But what a celebration! Look at that. They sure are having a good time. That party is definitely bigger than what Ella had planned. That was a fun story. Imagine if that happened to you. You think you're inviting 4 or 5 friends, and when you open the door, there's a whole bunch of extra people. Pirates and pilots and knights and wizards. I think that must have been a fantastic party. Let's have a look here. There she runs off to hand out the invitations, and of course, without her knowing, one of the invitations falls out of her bag and lands up in amongst the toadstools. And along came the wizard, and he found it. And what did he do? He put it in a bottle. And when he was busy casting a spell, he didn't realize, over here he's casting a spell, he didn't realize the bottle had fallen out of his cloak and into the water. And as it was bobbing around, the pirate, look at this big pirate here. The pirate ship came along and they scooped, there's one of the sailors with a net, scooped the bottle out of the water. And no sooner had they read the invitation than the parrot came swooping by and took the invitation away to the princess. And once the princess had read all about the party, she also dropped the invitation and it went floating through the sky. And who got it then? The knight on his white horse. And as he was hunting, he shot an arrow through the sky. Whoosh! And with that, the invitation also went floating through the sky, and along came the pilot in her aeroplane, and she snatched it out of the sky, read all about the party, and there it went flying off again. And into Ella's pocket. How about that? Just in time for Ella to give the invitation to her friend. And of course the friend was so excited, and they were talking about the party games they would play. Ella prepared the room with flags and streamers and great big balloons. Look at all the things on the table. And Teddy's over here waiting as well. And when there was a knock, knock, knock on the door, Ella opened, and what did she see? A whole crowd of people. Everybody who had read the invitation was standing there. The knight on his white horse, the wizard with his long white beard, the pirate with his eye patch, the beautiful princess, the pilot, and all Ella's friends are in the front. They look pretty surprised as well at all these other people at the party. And of course they had an absolutely fantastic celebration. Happy birthday to you. How old is Ella? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. Ella is 6 years old. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ella. Happy birthday to you. Yay! I love a party, don't you? I think Ella had a wonderful party. And the next time you have a party, If you can't invite a pirate, maybe you can ask your friends to dress up. Have a dress-up party. And some will be pirates and others will be princesses. There might be a wizard and there might even be a knight. I don't know if he'll be on a horse though. I hope you enjoyed the story as much as I did. I'm going to see you soon. Please remember to subscribe. That will make me so happy. Subscribe so that you can get notification of the new stories as they come out. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, Serena.